the third year in a row, the Mediterranean diet has been named the best diet overall in U.S. News and World Report, their annual rankings. So what is so great about it? How can we incorporate it into our very own lives? Registered dietitian Carolyn O'Neill is here with all the answers. Take me away.
Oh my gosh, we are in the middle of Italy right now, aren't we? Don't you love this?
It's gorgeous.
You know, the Mediterranean diet, people say, well, what is it and why is it so great? What I like about it as a registered dietitian is not just number one for health, it's number one for taste. And it's also number one for I am happy with this for the rest of my life, not just a short-term diet. And for your Mediterranean diet shopping list, what you really need to do is look at the pyramid of the Mediterranean diet pyramid and see what is the most helpful. And this is from a group called Old Ways, a nonprofit food and nutrition group in Boston. And you can see the very tippy top, it's not a vegetarian or vegan diet. You can have meats, you can have poultry, but of course the real emphasis is on beautiful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, pasta, because we're in the Mediterranean.
That's right.
Beautiful citrus, and of course olives and olive oil. This olive oil actually is from Sicily, because I know that your origins are from the beautiful island of Sicily.
Yes.
And it is a delicious olive oil that it just, to me, it's like wines. The better they are, the more fun and flavor. And actually, it's super nutritious.
Yes.
Now, what I've done is kind of concentrate on Sicily a little bit here today and take you through some ideas for Mediterranean diet dishes we can make at home and really incorporate, not just for heart health, cancer prevention, weight control, even the omega-3s that are in the fish, apparently combating nutrition. What doesn't it do?
Right, exactly. And I love the best part, as you said, that people actually enjoy this. It tastes good.
And look at the colors here. So this salad, I wanted to start with our little salad over here. And this is oranges. In Sicily, they grow oranges, they grow tomatoes, of course, they have grapes. And this is with fennel. It's a classic recipe, and it's actually from this little cookbook for living everyday Mediterranean. That's what we want to do, right? To get all of the health benefits. And whole grains, again, this happens to be
amazing.
An orzo dish. Now, you know, orzo is not a grain, it is a pasta. Of course, it's made from a grain originally. It's not a whole grain, but I've mixed it with chickpeas because you want to mix in some beans, some peas, those legumes for good health. Now, center stage, look at this beautiful fish. This is a branzino. And thanks to Chef Jamie Adams, who trained in Italy. He's at Il Giallo, which is a beautiful Italian restaurant in Sandy Springs. This is branzino. And people say, well, what is a branzino? It is a sea bass, but it's from the Mediterranean, smaller than the big sea bass we might catch here, sweeter in flesh. And what we have here, a classic.
Capers.
Look at this, capers, olive oil, lemon, so easy. And when you roast a fish with the bones, you're getting the flavors rather than just the fillet. It really is the secret to your success when you're cooking fish.
I have been to that restaurant, and I know that it looks like it might be a little bit more work than your average piece of fish. It is so well worth it, like you said, when it's just all cooked in the skin. It makes it phenomenal.
That's right, and this would be great to share with, you know, three people or more, that kind of a thing.
Plenty of room.
Another Sicilian dish is pasta alla norma.
Alla norma.
Alla norma, and what that is a beautiful eggplant and tomatoes, and it happens to have basil in there. And Chef Jamie made this for me as well, and I cooked the pasta. And another thing they do in Sicily is they love to zest not just lemons, but oranges on top, and the smell of this.
But it was interesting because when I did go there 20 years ago, it was such a great experience. That kind of surprised me because, you know, we get used to the way things are here. And I thought, why would we add the citrus with the eggplant?
Something savory.
But it works.
It's just, and it adds, of course, good nutrition. And actually, speaking of culinary travel, Chef Jamie is taking a group of people in May from Atlanta or wherever you live to go to Sicily. So you get to go with the chef to the market, to the restaurants, to the wineries, learn and just be with him and soak it all in, maybe ride a bike, maybe go for a run, maybe just sit and drink some wine.
I'm biased, but I do love Italy. In fact, Michelle, I don't know if they got the picture in. I thought this backdrop looked exactly like a picture that we took when we were in Tuscany, and I sent it to the producers. I said, it's like taking me back, and I haven't been that world traveled, but I will say there is nothing like the food and the pure flavors that just come alive there.
It's rustic in Sicily. If you've been to fancy Rome, that's fantastic, but go. And one thing I wanted to say, for being trendy, we like that on Atlanta and Company.
Yes.
And for a reason. This is actually a Sicilian wine. It's a white wine, and it is called Grillo. G-R, like a Brillo, but it's Grillo. Grillo, but Grillo. And it is a white wine from Sicily, which I do predict is going to be the new Pinot Grigio. So look for Grillo when you're out dining at Il Giallo or wherever you go, or it's certainly in wine shops.
Yes, and I like like it not too sweet. I know this particular one, it's really, really...
It's minerally.
Yes.
It's like your Pinot Grigios. But again, when you travel, you learn the nuances of a culture through its cuisine, through its farms. And I think the sustainability factor of the Mediterranean diet is really resonating with people too. It's good for people and the planet because of the foods in the Mediterranean diet.
So good. Where can we go to learn more about all of your expertise, all of your travels? She's always on some great adventure, and I'm always in awe staring at your pictures.
Well, you know, I think that I have the happyhealthykitchen.com, and I'll be putting up these recipes and more information. But people always ask me about olive oil, and you have to make sure you store it out of the sunlight. Don't keep it next to your stove, because it's a living, breathing kind of a thing. You want to make sure that you do take care of it, and that way the olive oil will taste the best, and also it'll have the best nutrition.
Okay, good. And I know you had brought me some from your last travels. It was divine. I said, we're not cooking with this. You know, right? Because there's some that you cook with.
We drizzled a little bit on these dishes.
All of it. It
and
looks
you tasted
amazing.
That, and it is just a pretty
so
color.
good.
See, it is a green color, which means it's going to have more polyphenols. And a polyphenol is a healthy plant nutrient.
She's the pro, guys. Just make sure you follow her. It's happyhealthykitchen.com. Happyhealthykitchen.com. Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers. Fantastic.
Or salute.
Yeah. From the ideal diet to the ideal Valentine's Day gift. Yes, guys, it is coming up a week.